It has been far too long since we've last had a video discussion on news of Rush Duel. Our channel. Level 4 Light Wing Beast Effect Monster. Attack 1100. Defense 400. Requirement. Can be used if your opponent controls 2 or more cards by sending the top card of the deck to the graveyard. Effect. During this turn, you take no damage from the effect of your opponent's trap cards. Then, you can choose one Wing Beast monster with 2200 attack in your graveyard and add it to the hand. I'm gonna stop speaking in halfway through of it, but it's okay, it's alright. It's not the best, it's not the worst. Only thing is, it only has 2 targets. Lightning Ball Condor and Night Vision, the Phantom Vision, which means the Pigeon finally got support. Which means that I was completely wrong in the previous video. Not this. Next one. It's probably my favourite card of the cards that we missed out on when I was ill. Geas X Geas. Or maybe it's like Hunter Hunter, where you don't actually say the X. Geas Geas. No, we'll pronounce it as Geas X Geas. Normal spell card. Requirement. Can be used by sending one monster from the hand to the graveyard. Effect. Choose one face-up monster your opponent controls and have it lose 1500 attack until the end of the turn. Then you can choose one face-up monster you control with the same level and type as the first chosen monster you chose during this turn. That monster you control can attack twice. Well, it's pretty good, I suppose. It's pretty interesting. It's kind of like Mirror Gears' effect. I like the artwork a lot more though. And the fact that it got a second artwork. Stunning. Brave. Beautiful. We clap for Geas X Geas. This next card's not a lot to say on it. Dark Effigy. Level 4 Dark Fiend effect monster. Attack 1500, defense 0. Requirement, none. Continuous effect. If you tribute summon a dark normal monster at attack position, you attribute this face-up card as 2 tributes. It's just Dark Effigy, there's not a lot you can say. It's good, I suppose, if you've got a lot of dark normal monsters that need 2 tributes. Do we have a lot of that? Well, first, when does the 3 divide this darkness at red eyes? So, it's probably good support for them. Darkness Dwarf. Level 1 Dark Galaxy effect monster. Attack 0, defense 0. Requirement. Send one other face-up galaxy type monster on your field to the graveyard. Effect. Fusion summon a dark attribute monster by sending face-up monsters on your field to the graveyard as material, including this card. Well, that's pretty good. That's really good. I mean, yeah, to activate the effect, you just need another galaxy type monster on your field, but at the same time, it's pretty good. Darkness Transam Crisis. Level 8 Dark Galaxy effect monster. Attack 2500, defense 1600. You can tribute summon this card in attack position by tributing 3 monsters with the same attribute. Requirement. During a turn you normal summon this card with the above method. Effect. Destroy 1 card in your opponent's field. Then you can make this card gain attack equal to the original level of a monster destroyed by this effect. Times 200 until the end of this turn. Basically the galaxy version of Guilford the Lightning. It's pretty okay, it's pretty good I suppose. I wouldn't say it was 3 of, just like Guilford the Lightning, but maybe 1 or 2. Probably 1, it seems like a good finisher. This I like. Darkness Doom Giant. Level 7 Dark Galaxy Effect Fusion Monster. Attack 2500, Defense 0. Materials Darkness Dwarf plus 1 Light or Dark Attribute Galaxy type monster. Requirement none. Effect add 1 level 7 or 8 Galaxy monster or 1 fusion from your graveyard to your hand. Then, this turn, you can treat this face up card as 2 or 3 treats. For the treat, summon of a level 8 Galaxy type monster in attack position. This is really, 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 really good. Pretty much all Galaxy decks can use this card. And then it searches out your boss monsters and boss monster like materials on your graveyard. Recovers fusion for you. And then sets himself up then as well to tribute summon for Darkness Transcendent Crisis. He makes Darkness Transcendent Crisis actually almost become a 3-of card. But this next card is even better. And at long last, we can finally stop begging to see this card. Now that it's been officially revealed. Darkness Galactica Oblivion. Level 9 Dark Galaxy Fusion Effect Monster. Attack 3000, Defense 2500. Reals Galactica Oblivion and Darkness Dwarf. Requirement: send the top cards of your deck to the graveyard. Effect: 1 face-up effect monster in your opponent's field with 100 or more original attack loses attack equal to its original attack until the end of this turn. Then you can negate its continuous effect until the end of this turn. This is extremely good. This is exactly what you want to see. It really builds into the hype as well. In the same way that Eternal Galactica Oblivion was really good and really played into the hype that it was given. Darkness Galactica Oblivion is exactly the same. And its Overrush rare is just stunning. I pray that I get it. I pray that I pull it. It's from a good box though, so. Here's something else that I like. Celebro's Wiz. Level 1 Light Spellcaster Effect Monster. Attack 1000, Defense 0. Requirements: can be used during the turn this card is normal summon by revealing 1 Light Spellcaster monster or equip spell cards from your hand. Effect: send the top 4 cards of your deck to the graveyard. Then you can choose up to 1 Celebro's Magician, Celebro's Witch, or Fusion among the cards sent to the graveyard by this effect and add them to the hand. It's just a recurrence monster. Helps you recover stuff, helps you do recovery type things. We like recovery. What else do we like? We like the paparazzi. Call the paparazzi! Darkness Paparazzi. Level 2 Dark Spellcaster Effect Monster. Attack 800, Defense 800. Requirement: if there are 10 or more cards in your deck and you control a face-up level 5 or higher spellcaster monster, this can be used by shuffling 3 spellcaster monsters with the same attribute from the graveyard into the deck. Effect: draw cards equal to the number of face-up level 7 or higher monsters your opponent controls. It's decent. It's just fusion material, but the effect is still decent anyway. But it's also very dependent as well on whether or not your opponent has done a lot or done nothing at all. Also, I still have the clip of him being summoned in the show on my phone. I'm gonna put it in now. What on earth is this noise?
Darkness
Why does he sound like that? Why do I sound like this? Next we have Celebro's Gossip Witch. Level 9 Light Spellcaster Fusion Effect Monster. Attack 2400, Defense 1200. Materials: Celebro's Witch and Darkness Paparazzi. Requirement: none. Effect: choose 1 spell or trap card your opponent controls and destroy it. If you control a face-up spell card, then you draw 1 card. Pretty simple stuff. Pretty nice. I would probably use it as a 3-off just because I like the effect of it. But It's entirely up to you. But for powerhouses, we've got Celebro's Gossip Magician, level 9 light spellcaster fusion effect monster, attack 2600, defense 1600, materials Celebro's Magician, plus darkness paparazzi, requirement none, continuous effect. This card gains 400 attack times the number of equipped spell cards in your graveyard. If you control a face-up spell card, this card cannot be destroyed by battle. I feel like this is one of those cards that needs another card, as in a brand new equip spell card. Also, I think it's nice to point out as well that the Celebro's Witches, despite being obviously tainted by darkness cards for these fusions, they're still not dark attributes. So they're not all that bad in the end. And now for something completely different, we've got a few more gum cards. Silver's Cry, normal spell cards requirement, can be used during a turn you have not activated Silver's Cry. Effect, choose one dragon normal monster in your graveyard, special summon it to your field. Face up. There's not a lot you can say. Good card for blue eyes, good card for red eyes, good card for anything really. It's just got normal dragon monsters in it. Plenty of targets in this game. But would I want to use it on Petite Drago? Maybe. Next, we've also got a reprint for Royal Demons Punk, which seems pretty good considering Royal Demons again new support in December. Joint Tech Raptor, again a reprint again with an alternate artwork, which seems pretty nice, all things considered. I mean, he was just a promo card after all. And then Combustion Only Bunsel, also getting a reprint. Again, another promo card. We finally got the effect of Ilcusorus Dracon. Level 4 Dark Dragon effect monster, attack 1200, defense 0. Requirements can be used during your main phase. This card is normal or special summoned. If the total levels of face-up monsters your opponent controls is 10 or more, effect, choose one Dark Dragon or Fiend monster with 1200 defense in your graveyard and add it to the hand. But during this turn you cannot attack with level 6 or lower effect monsters. There's really not enough cards for this card to target right now, but I feel like it's going to get a lot more targets, especially Dark Dragon cards in the next set, considering it can't actually recover any dragons at the moment, but it can recover Summon Skull and Vanity's Fiend, so perhaps maybe if you run a deck focusing on them, it might be okay, it might be better. This card's pretty interesting. Glacies the Snowmeister of Sacred Splendor. Level 8 Water Warrior effect monster, attack 2500, defense 2500. Requirement can be used by sending up to 6 other cards you control and are in the hand to the graveyard. Effect, this card's level is increased by 1 and cannot be destroyed by your opponent's effect until the end of your opponent's next turn. Then for every 3 cards in the graveyard for this effect requirement, you can choose one face-down card your opponent controls and shuffle it into the owner's deck. This seems pretty cool. It's an interesting card. Maybe it's one for building a deck focused around it. But what I'd really like to see is that winged beast right behind him. Get me that bird immediately. Get me on the phone with him. I need a frozen bird now. In a shocking twist of events, Rovian actually got support printed recently, with the first card being Fiddlebadur, Wind Psychic, level 1, attack 100, defense 0. Requirement, send 1 Wind Psychic from your hand to the graveyard. Effect, add 1 Psychic Fusion, 1 equipped spell card from your graveyard to your hand. I think this card will obviously get better when I reveal the other cards in the deck, but being able to re-add your own equipped spell cards from your graveyard is okay, so we like that. Next, Vibra Brigand, Level 2, Wind Psychic. Attack 200, Defense 200. Requirement, activate if your opponent controls a face-up level 7 or higher monster. Effect, send the top 2 cards you deck to the graveyard. If an equipped spell card is among the cards sent, you can draw 1 card. That's pretty cool. I like that. Gives you an opportunity to perhaps maybe go through your deck and recover what you can with the other cards, but then also add something else to your hand if you want to chance that instead. Now this card is definitely an interesting one. Plan in. Wind Psychic, level 3, attack 1100, defense 400. Requirement, activate by paying 100 life points. Effect, excavate the top 3 cards of your deck, and if you do, you can add up to 2 fusion of Psychic Fusion among them to your hand. Also return the remaining cards to your deck. Very interesting card. Basically is a Sager. One of the very few Sagers in the whole game. Well, I say Sager, just an excavator. But we like that. In a deck that now finally has its own fusion monsters after debuting so long ago. Now onto the fusions. Bluegrass High Stealer, Wind Psychic, Fusion Effect, level 7, attack 2500, defense 1200, Bluegrass Stealer, and Fiddle the Burr for materials. Requirement, activate if you control a face-up spell card by sending the top card of your deck to the graveyard. Effect, return 1 spell or trap card on the field to the hand, then you can add 1 Fiddle the Burr from your graveyard to your hand. It's pretty neat. I like it. It's a good starting fusion, really. Now for the last fusion. Bandiva the Ballistic Battle Ballad. Wind Psychic effect monster. Level 9 fusion. Attack 3000, defense 2100. Materials. Yugioh the Battle Ballad. Plus Fiddle. Requirement, none. Effect, draw 1 card. Then this card gains attack equal to the total number of cards in both players' hands times 500 until the end of your opponent's next turn. Then if you have exactly 1 card in your hand, you can destroy 1 card your opponent controls. She works really well for the deck. She works really well overall. She's the boss monster I think the deck really needed to see. For the final card for Rovian's new support, Psychic Fusion. Normal spell card, requirement none. Effect, fusion silver by sending face-up psychic monsters from your field to the graveyard as material. Then if you have a wind monster in your graveyard, you can add 1 equipped spell card from your graveyard to your hand. This is also really good as well. And it means that even if you can't just return a equipped spell card from your field to your hand, it's okay, because you won't even have to care anymore. Because instead, you can just fuse them away. Then return 1 of the equipped spell cards, and then just do it from there. It's really good. Plus, it's always nice as well, I think, when decks get their own fusion spell. After all, I'm not really made of money. I don't have 1,000,001 copies of Fusion floating around, so as far as I'm concerned, any new versions of Fusion spells is welcome in my book. For the final bit of news, the next core booster has been revealed. Transamu of Transcendence will be released on February 10th, 2024, and contains not only cards used by major characters from Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush animated series, but also original Yu-Gi-Oh! Rush Duel cards. It contains 67 different cards, 1 Overrush Rare, 8 Ultra Rare, 10 Super Rares, 18 Rares, 30 Commons. 8 Ultra Rares also exist as Overrush Rares, 8 Ultra Rares, 10 Super Rares, and 8 Rares also exist as Secret Rares. I feel like this might very well be the last main Go Rush box anyway. So, hopefully, it'll be a really good send-off box for Yugioh and his friends. Because I should imagine we'll see the next cutter box come out then. April, May time, maybe. Hopefully they don't keep us waiting this time too long. Because last time it was killing me not being able to make a Galaxy deck for like a month. Yeah, they had a handful of cards in the box. The first ever Go Rush box. But it wasn't nearly enough to make a proper Yugioh style deck. Killed me. Hopefully though, they'll be okay. Hopefully they might have learned the lesson this time. That's it for this week. There's not a lot I can say, really. Other than I hope to God my voice goes back to normal next week. If not, we'll just have to bear with it when Big Boss announces the next set and all the new cards that come with it. As always, take care and keep it 777.